My name is Melissa Wooden. I am at Laveen Crossfit, and I'm going to be talking today about carbohydrates. And I'm going to use my notes because I don't want to forget anything. So, what are carbs? A lot of times when we think of carbohydrates, all we think about is grains, breads, pastas, that kind of thing, which those things are carbs. But we also get carbohydrates from fruits and vegetables. And that is the macronutrient that is in these things. So when we're thinking about carbs, carbs are a fast-acting fuel source for our bodies. And when our body breaks them down, it breaks down into glucose, which is a sugar. If you're active, shortly after you take in carbohydrates, your body utilizes those quickly. And if you're not active shortly after, then your body has to store those things. So the main two places that your body is going to store carbohydrates is in your muscles and in your liver. So it's going to look at its storage sites first, check out what's going on in your body, where those things need to be replenished, and if all of those storage sources are full, it's going to store it as fat. So, and we all know that there's endless places in our body to store fat. So when we're talking about carbohydrates and not overeating them or not utilizing them too much, that's why. Because if we eat too many carbohydrates and we know that they're getting broken down into glucose, which is sugar, and then we store it as fat, we're not going to see the results in our body, whether it's making gains or losing weight or whatever we want to see have happened. The carb storage that takes place post-workout is kind of the exception to the rule. Because post-workout, your muscles are looking for those carbohydrates, that sugar, to rebuild and restore and replenish the things that have been lost after a workout. So the first thing those carbs are going to do after your workout is go straight to your muscles. So that's why when we talk about post-workout fuel and earning your carbs, we talk about after you've worked out really, really hard, that's a prime opportunity for you to utilize those dense carbohydrates. Things that are going to quickly convert to sugar and get to your muscles. Things like rice, sweet potatoes, dense roots and tubers. So when you're pushing yourself for those things, that's when you want to really utilize those carbohydrates. And have that be your main time that you're utilizing those dense carbs. One thing, that regular carb intake is going to be sufficient for what your exercises are. Don't be afraid of carbs. Your body needs them to sustain life. It needs them to function throughout the day. So when you're coming in here and training and working out hard, and if you're doing a low carb diet, you're not going to see the results that you want to see here in the gym. You're not going to see the results in your gains, and maybe even in your body composition. It may sustain you for a short period of time, but you're going to feel really tired. You're not going to be able to perform to the capacity that you want. So I'm not talking about carb loading. You don't need to be carb loading. You're not someone that's out running a marathon or doing over 60 minutes of high intensity training every single day. You're doing regular active CrossFit workouts where you need regular amounts of protein throughout the day. So don't be afraid of those carbohydrates. You need those things to be able to do what you need to do during the day. You want to utilize those carbs to encourage your body to be in that constant state of releasing what you've eaten in your carbs and not always storing fat all the time. What happens when we eat too much of sugars and grains and things that are very high in high carbohydrate foods that turn into a large amount of sugar in our bloodstream is that we're constantly in a storage state. Our body is never able to metabolize the food in a way that utilizes it to burn fat. And that's what we want. We want to see fat loss, we want to see muscle gain, we want to see our body composition change. So we don't want to constantly be taking in so much that our sugar levels in our body are constantly elevated. So don't be afraid of carbs, but not all carbs are created equal. And by what I mean by when I say that is that if all the carbs that you're eating are grains, your sugar levels are going to be through the roof all the time. You need to be eating fruits. You need to be eating lots of vegetables. Like them if you don't. Try and cook them different ways. Have a colorful plate, and don't be afraid to utilize those dense carbs throughout the day if you're having a busy day, and especially post-workout. So don't be afraid to utilize carbs. They're awesome. They're great. They're going to help you perform. They're going to help you see the gains that you want to see. And more to come. Stay Laveen strong.